Good evening, Darklings, and thank you for tuning in for the 250th episode of your absolute favorite paranormal program. This is Secrets, Superstitions, and the Supernatural Paranormal 60 News Edition. And tonight we've got it all. Death by UFO. A new stealth bomber has been revealed, and the UK, they're running out of ghosts, says a paranormal expert. There's also the possessed nun and a web designer to saint. That's right. All those stories and so much more, plus a brand new ParaShare coming your way right after this. Hello, my little Darklings. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the program with us as we bring in the 250th episode, and a special happy birthday to our friend Melinda Freeman. Thank you for being here and for all of your love and support for us and the program. Happy 49th birthday. All right, let's begin, shall we? We've got a lot to cover tonight, and ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to believe, but the Axl Rose of the paranormal podcast world has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chachi. Good evening, Chachi.
I'm back.
Good to see you, buddy. You look fresh and revived. Are you ready? Have you been just waiting to get back on the air with us here?
I learned so much in rehab, Dave.
I can see that. What kind of drink are you having tonight that you learned about in rehab?
Well, what I learned was I was drinking the cheap stuff. And that's right.
Really?
So tonight I pulled out the 18-year-old Glenlivet.
Couldn't you afford anything newer?
I tried to go the 250-year-old. It was out of my range.
Wow. All right. Well, welcome back, sir. It's been a long time. Thank you for being here to celebrate 250 with us.
I will always be here for your 250th.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, the paranormal detective is in the house. Greg Lawson is here and in the command center. Good evening, Greg.
I am glad to be here, Dave.
I'm glad that you're here as well. What are you drinking this evening, Greg?
You know, I'm having to stick with my Jameson Orange.
Jameson Orange. You've really mixed it up. I appreciate that for the celebration.
I thought by now they would have Jameson Purple, but I guess there is no such.
Oh, you know, if they had some
grape,
some Texas old school Texas boys, that's what they would do, is make some knee-high grape with it.
Next time.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now, America's greatest hero is here. He's back in the house, the Colonel. Thank you so much for being here, Colonel.
I'm glad to be here. Cheers. Oh, we got the gang back together again. I can't believe it.
I know.
Happy rehab. What do you call it when you're out of rehab? Happy rehab.
Happy out of rehab.
Yeah.
Happy out of rehab. Yeah. I'm just going to drink to that. Yes.
Is the other one, what's her name? Lemonade or whatnot? Is she still on the show?
I don't know. There's 4 squares. Isn't that all we have on the show? I
think so.
Confused. Colonel, what are you drinking? What are you drinking down there?
Today, I am drinking what I like to call is a Maverick straight bourbon whiskey, and I think Chachi really knows what we're talking about there. He's the one that actually took me by the hand to the distillery, and I think.
And I told him to buy it.
Yep, and I bought it. And now
you should buy this expensive bottle.
Yes. Oh yeah, don't do that with Chachi. Don't say, "Hey, tell me what you think I should buy, Chachi," because it'll be like, "Oh no, you got to climb the ladder higher on the shelf to get that one up there." So,
and then while you're climbing it, he's down there tapping a cask and drinking straight out of the spigot.
Yeah.
Speaking of drinking straight out of the spigot, ladies and gentlemen, Sweet Tea. Also in the house. Happy 250th episode, Sweet Tea.
Hey, you too. Thanks for finally having me.
Oh, you're double fisting it tonight.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Listen, it's a French 125. I got to. It's for the whole thing. It's a gimmick.
Oh, it's not going to make it through the whole episode. Who are you kidding?
Wow.
In case you're curious, have got a little moonshine whiskey mixed with Sprite. It's apple moonshine. Oh,
What does it taste like?
Evan?
What food product does it taste like? You like to
like
have
apple
food
pie
product?
and silk made sweet, sweet love to one another. And this is what they came
Got
up
a
with.
baby.
I
Yeah.
don't-
You know,
what does
this
silk
crew.
taste like?
we've missed you, Chachi, and I'm so glad that we're all here together under this umbrella and for this auspicious occasion. Ladies and gentlemen,
It's time now for ParaTunes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
this song comes to us. It's a special tune that was created by Lamone, and it's called 250th. Let's enjoy it.
It's party time, people. The colonel is here, reporting for duty. He is sipping on a drink that is fresh and fruity. It's got pineapple and cherry and a handful of ice, mingling with the crowd, giving them fatherly advice. Oh, Sweet Tea was chasing me around, asking me to pull a finger. With a smile of the devil on her face, she wouldn't take no for an answer. It was peer pressure like I never felt before. So I finally gave in and she let it rip, silent but deadly for the wind. Hey! It's a paranormal 250 party tonight. We've got balloons and streamers to everyone's delight. Don't be scared of the faces in the window. It's just the riches who try their best to ruin the show. Next came Chachi in his custom team. Hashtag ready for all to see. We never really had the chance to speak as he took a step closer to the leftover reach. Left behind by the finger pole champion who has now taken a seat. By the paranormal detective who was already 6 drinks in. Talking to himself about ghosts he sees dancing on the walls. Another 2 drinks. It's him through crossed eyeball. Dave wasn't being his usual self. Did he have another bad burger? Cause he's acting like an elf on the shelf. Just sitting there with his head in his knees. Could it be got a whiff of the one called Sweet Tea? It's a paranormal 250 party tonight. We got balloons and streamers to everyone's delight. Don't be scared of the faces in the windows. It's just the riches who try their best, yeah, their best to ruin the show.
That's awesome.
That was
Thanks,
pretty
I like that.
remarkable.
I like that.
Thanks,
What?
Greg.
I think no, Greg had nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
I swear to God, it came from Lamone and was sent to us. Greg had nothing to do because you could tell it was a really good song.
That was
Fair.
the determining factor that it wasn't his song.
Mm.
Ouch.
I'm joking. We joke. We love your music, but Greg, you haven't solicited us with a new tune recently. So,
Well, I've been
Retired?
working on some stuff.
Yeah.
well, we got to hear you, brother. We need to hear the music
Yeah.
that's in you.
Exactly, man.
All right. Well, I'll make that happen in 2 weeks.
Good energy, Greg. Welcome to the 250. We
Thanks.
appreciate
We're on
it.
next week too there, Greg.
Lamone, thank you
Six
so much
years
for the
in, man.
music tonight, Lamone. Thank you for celebrating our 250th.
Yeah, thanks so
Chachi,
much.
what kind of music would you even call that? I mean, that had kind of a dirty blues, metal, guitar-y. I don't even know.
Southern
call it
Rocky.
blues. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
kind of a
was-
southern rock.
Little
Southern
swamp
rock.
slide.
Southern
Skinner.
rock,
More the blues,
you
a little more
know,
Stevie Ray, I think.
Yeah.
Foghat there, just a
There's
lot
one
of
thing I have learned though.
in there.
What?
Since seeing Greg,
Mhm.
the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Mm,
That's
Yeah.
deep.
wise
That's
words.
deep.
He is less purple tonight and much more of a ruddy hue.
He's
I would say-
very ruddy.
I got curls too. Look at that.
Well, you have something, that's for sure.
At least I don't have gas.
Hey,
Oh,
Well,
Wait,
Not
come
that-
on
yeah.
now.
Well, right at it.
Jeez,
For
it's
the
a
finger
song,
pull.
man.
hey, let's get started, shall we? We've got a lot of news to cover tonight, and this one I think is going to interest a lot of us. All right, let us begin with Death by UFO, Eerie Tales of Ignacio de Souza and Thomas Mantell. One such disturbing story unfolded in August of 1967 in the lush, mystique-laden terrains of Brazil. Ignacio de Souza and his wife were returning home one evening when their lives took a bizarre and tragic turn. As they neared their abode, they encountered three humanoid entities standing next to a peculiar object that was shaped like an inverted wash basin. The sight was straight out of a science fiction thriller. In a moment of instinctive fear and bravado, Souza aimed his rifle at one of the aliens and pulled the trigger. But instead of a bullet striking its mark, a strange beam of green light shot out from the object, hitting Souza directly in the head. He collapsed instantly, unconscious. What happened next would forever etch this encounter into the annals, and I said annals, of UFO lore.
Oh.
Yeah. In the days following the incident, Souza's health deteriorated at an alarming rate. Doctors diagnosed him with a rapidly progressing leukemia, and within a mere 2 months, he was dead. The question that haunted everyone, was it mere coincidence, or did the green light from the UFO emit a deadly radiation that caused the illness? Now, while some ufologists think the encounter and de Souza's illness are simply a tragic coincidence, others prefer to believe that the green light from the UFO was an intense beam of deadly radiation, noted Nigel Watson, a renowned author and UFO researcher. The chilling narrative of Ignacio de Souza is not an isolated case, though. If we travel back over 75 years to the skies above Kentucky, where another man met a similarly mysterious fate. It was January 7th, 1948. The Kentucky State Police Highway Patrol received multiple reports of a strange object hovering over Maysville. Thomas Mantell, a decorated World War II pilot serving with the Kentucky National Guard, was dispatched to investigate this airborne anomaly. As Mantell and his two wingmen ascended to 15,000 feet, they spotted the object, a metallic behemoth moving at a leisurely pace compared to their aircraft. Lieutenant B.A. Hammond, one of Mantell's wingmen, later recounted his experience. I felt a little shaky at 15,000 feet because I realized we were supposed to take oxygen at 12,000. By the time I hit 22,000, I was seeing double. I pulled alongside Clements and indicated with gestures that I didn't have an oxygen mask. He understood the situation, and we turned back. But Mantell, driven by a combination of duty and curiosity, pressed on. At around 3:50 p.m., the object vanished, and Mantell, likely having succumbed to hypoxia, lost consciousness. His plane spiraled out of control, crashing and killing him instantly. The official explanation dismissed the object as nothing more than, what do you guys think it was? a weather balloon. Thanks for joining in and
Oh,
chiming
that was
in,
for
guys.
us.
Yeah.
I thought that was in the article. Sorry.
No. I was asking you, my illustrious news crew.
Oh yeah,
wow.
I'm gonna say
Oh.
weather balloon. Was it a weather
I'm so
balloon?
not
they
used
said?
to that.
Yeah.
Right.
Usually we're not asked anything, but
Well, skeptics and UFO enthusiasts have never fully accepted this mundane conclusion. To them, Mantel's death is shrouded in the same veil of mystery that envelops all death by UFO cases. These stories, though separated by time and geography, share a common thread: encounters with the unknown that ended in tragedy. They compel us to ponder the vast possibilities of the universe and the potentially lethal consequences of contact with extraterrestrial phenomena. As we continue to search the skies, these eerie tales serve as a stark reminder of the unknown dangers that might be lurking just beyond our sight.
Wow.
UFOs killing people. Now, that's kind of a newer angle to this. And I don't know, if you forgot your own oxygen mask and
That's-
flew up too high and decided, you know what, I'm going to follow this craft, even though I can no longer breathe.
That's on you.
Yeah, that's really not a UFO wiping you
No.
out. It's not like you got up close to them and they hit you with a death ray
No,
yeah,
or,
no,
or a confetti cannon.
exactly.
Right,
And the
yeah.
first one, that's self-defense. Settle down.
Called idiot.
It's self-defense. Just
They've
pulling
got a
up
rifle.
alongside. Okay, that should tell you about the road rage I've had to deal with when driving with
They-
Sweet Tea. Oh my God.
But they had a rifle aimed at them. Of course, they're gonna shoot them with something.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
in the first story? Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
the
yeah.
first one.
Yeah, well, I thought you meant the first scenario of pulling up alongside the UFO. Yeah,
Nope.
when you aim a
That too.
rifle at an alien, they kind of have full rights to beam you in the forehead.
yeah,
with
that
a
kind of
green
gives them the
burst
okay,
radio.
go ahead,
Yeah.
blow them out of the air.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that these are truly cases of aliens trying to kill us, or is it because of our own destructive nature that brought on these challenges? How about you, the return of Chachi? We haven't heard from you in a while.
I'd like to go with the latter in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
climb up?
Not so
What are you
sure what a
talking
ladder
about?
has to do with this, but
Yeah, I
okay.
don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
They're not. They're still not that bright, Chachi. You got to really think through the words you use here.
So now, has the show changed so that we no longer read?
Yes,
Oh,
I
Where
found
have you
that.
been?
I found that we get through the news stories that way.
the show has been
And-
about 60 minutes.
No. It still somehow makes it to 90 minutes,
Yeah.
almost every night.
Quality night.
He's not that much better
Yeah.
than we were.
Not much.
Are we ever allowed to read again, Sweet Tea? Or
You will be.
Sometimes.
You know what, Chachi? I'll let you read comments because I know you love doing that. Yeah, and it's our 250th, so you deserve
Comments.
it. Yeah. I know it's exciting.
Well, no,
It's
stuff.
exciting. Well, I sent you guys all the stories so that you could look at them and review them, so that if you wanted to weigh in on them, you could.
oh, wow.
took away my access. I used
didn't.
to have ultimate access.
You know what? I think when you stopped showing up to work for 3-4 months at
Yeah,
a crack,
you get your
I was
computer
on
pulled.
PTO, Dave.
Mm,
PTO.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I saved up all year to take 3 months off.
Yeah, that's right.
Lazy. Well, we'll make sure to get that reinstalled for you for the 500th episode. So when you return again for another live show, we've got that going for you. Yeah, I've been doing a lot with UFOs on the show recently, talking about aliens, UFOs, craft, and the one thing, and Sweet Tea, on your show, The Monsters Lounge, last night, you talked to an experiencer, somebody who was had a very unhappy experience with aliens and continues to do so. The question
she
out
doesn't,
there,
but it stopped. But go ahead.
well, but it was unpleasant at the time, right?
Yes, but it did stop. It doesn't continue, is all I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
Sorry.
it continues with other people.
Yes.
and yeah.
Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no problem. It's okay. Go ahead. Have
Wow.
2 more sips of your
Yeah.
drink.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Wow.
But it continues, and more people seem to be having this. However, you've got these 2 camps, right? There's the, oh, no, they're benevolent, but there's just a couple of naughty aliens out there. Then you've got, no, they're all demons. They're all evil. And this is what's coming down. Colonel, being the great military mind that you are,
Yes, sir.
where do you come down on this alien scenario?
Well, this is the way I look at it, Dave.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so everyone on Earth,
Mhm.
there's people out there that have road rage, right? But not
Oh, yeah.
everyone has road rage, right? So,
yeah.
The whole.
Are you trying to get somebody to pull your finger? What are you doing?
No. So the thing is that you can't just like generalize these aliens as being okay. They're all jerks and they all want to shoot us and kill us, because not everyone has road rage, but some do here on Earth. So
okay. So you're kind of riding that cusp, that middle of I think there's good and bad.
Exactly.
You take them both, and there you have the facts of life. Okay.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Sweet tea. I know that you have some serious thoughts about this.
Yes.
So let's go to Greg to find out what his are.
Yeah, I have to say I pretty much follow the Colonel on that one. I think we have a wide swath of personalities out there. Swath.
Okay. Swath.
Swath.
I'm impressed.
I was going to go to Sweet Tea, but she's got a mouthful of
No,
champagne.
I'm good.
So, are you? Okay. So, Sweet Tea, I know you're the most reserved of us and the most held back in your allowing your thoughts out. But tonight, I'd like you to uncork that genie and share with us your thoughts. Aliens, demons, something else. What are we looking at here?
That song sounded like Sweet Tea uncorks quite a bit, actually.
Very much.
There are many different species. Every entity is different. Also, I mean, if they're not familiar with how we think, so they don't even know they're doing something. They don't understand emotions. They don't understand pain. They don't get any of that. So if you say, "Hey, this sucks," don't do that. They'll be like, "Oh, wait, what? That's weird. Okay, cool.
I don't
whatever."
know. There's been a lot of people that have complained that when they're
them
strapped to a table screaming.
But did they say stop? No, I hate this. No, they just screamed. I was there.
Good point.
You're setting a confusing message, I think.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's good. The return of Chachi. Thoughts on the alien interventions that we're having around the planet?
You started with me. I already went.
I don't feel like you said anything of
Pretty
context.
sure I bunted.
Okay. No, you bunted it. You just, who had time to read the article that was sent? I understand. I understand.
No. Listen.
Oh, yes.
I'm still trying to become accustomed to this new format, Dave. So it used to be we would read, we would screw up, and somebody would drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
now
what Dave does.
we can just drink.
Yeah,
Just drink.
constant drinking. And as I read the comments,
Yeah.
people really want to hear some screwing up.
Oh, trust me.
Okay.
A lot of apple pie.
That'll be
Shining.
coming up. That's next.
It's coming up. Let's discuss this next UFO story. This is pretty big news that's all over the place right now. The B-21 Raider, the stealth bomber that's been taking the skies by storm. Have you guys seen the photograph of what this craft looks like?
Is that the one that you can't see?
I don't know. There it is in a photo.
Yeah.
I thought it was black.
Well, that's the
First
B. Yeah, what is it called? B-12, right?
B2.
B12 's a vitamin, actually.
Bingo. Yeah, so this is the new B-21 Raider. So hold on to your tinfoil hats, my friends. The recent surge in unidentified aerial phenomena sightings across the USA might just have to be kind of attributed to this craft you're seeing on the screen.
It's
Now-
a beautiful weather balloon.
It is beautiful, isn't it? This
It's
is
like swamp gas.
this is a
It
craft
does.
that's still shrouded in mystery and high-tech wizardry. You get the B-21 Raider, the U.S. Air Force's latest and greatest nuclear stealth bomber, in a move that's has aviation enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists alike buzzing with excitement. The U.S. government has finally released official photos of the B-21 Raider while in flight. These images offer our clearest glimpse yet of the aircraft's many cutting-edge features, from its sharpened nose to radar-deflecting undercarriage, covers, and sleek flying wing fuselage. As New Atlas pointed out earlier this week, eagle-eyed viewers can even spot a temporary red pilot tube used to gather test flight data, as well as the visible engine air inlets and an open hatch likely for an auxiliary engine. The stealth bomber, this is no ordinary aircraft. It's set to become the backbone of the U.S. Air Force bomber fleet, with a price tag of about only $700 million each. These flying marvels are just about $200 million more expensive than initial estimates from 2010, despite
is
their
it?
hefty cost. Yeah. 6 of these nuclear-capable bombers are reportedly already in production. Although the B-21 Raider made a flashy debut in December of 2022, the military has been incredibly cautious about showcasing its cutting-edge capabilities. Early photos, for example, deliberately avoided revealing its exhaust ports, key components that could be detected by radar systems searching for an infrared heat signature. So apparently they're safe enough with it now that they're allowing the Paranormal 60 to show the photo of it on the air. So is it the exhaust? Are we looking at a Death Star kind of problem here? You just have to aim for the exhaust port and take out the ship. Is that what they're doing?
No.
You know what's really so this is where I'm going to go with this thought. Conspiracy guy coming out in me.
Uh-oh.
Things are getting heated around the world again. China's doing some shenanigans. Russia's been up to crazy antics. We've got North Korea. We've got just people out there that seem to be kind of, there's what's going on in Israel. There's a lot of turmoil bubbling and popping around the world. Do you think this is kind of a posturing? This is by the way, this is our brand new B-21 Raider, and it has all these amazing capabilities, and you will not be able to detect it. Do you think that this is a little bit of posturing? Posturing. Do you think that's what's going on here?
I don't know. I mean, the B-2 had a lot of the same capabilities, and they've had that for a number of years. So, and Greg, you know this. I mean, it takes them decades to design these things and to finally build them. So they've been working on this thing for a few years, I would think. And so, I mean, you always have to come up with new stuff because other countries are coming out with new stuff. So
they'll probably have about 3 or 4 years from now will be some pretty good technology to detect him.
Right. But do you think this, because of what's going on in the world around us right now, this is a little swing in the swing in the flag?
Why else would you talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't go, hey, Pentagon, we need to release some information. What kind of secret stuff do we have?
But do you think this is like AI? This isn't what the craft really looks like. They just created this to show so that now the Russians and Chinese and Canadians are looking for those to shoot down.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that before, like years ago. Like
I'm pretty sure I saw one on Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like $29.95.
It was the UFO.
Right.
The UFO Time Life.
Right.
Series
they did.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was there.
Yeah, and to your point, you can already say, listen, it cost $700 million. And so now you're thinking, well, wow, we got 6 of them. We spent 4, do the math, 4.92.
You're the banker.
A lot of money.
You're the banker. What are you talking about?
That's why the banks have money. But yeah, so they say how much it costs, and all the other countries are like, where are we going to come up with $10 billion to make one of these things that they have? And we really don't have it. Drugs?
Poppies. Yeah.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Pokemon always goes straight to the drugs.
I still got my Cabbage Patch dolls, so I'm assuming it's
nice.
All right.
I have Hummels.
So since we're in the world of conspiracy,
Yes.
I want to show you a video that came out, and I'd like you guys to weigh in on. Have any of you had a chance to see the new Tesla truck in person?
Yeah, bunches of them.
Have you driven one?
No.
have not.
Now, are these self-driving vehicles?
You can get them that way. And so the little quick story here is November 2019.
Uh-huh.
My wife put a deposit down on one for me.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. $100. Took a loan out,
Oh
put
man,
money down.
that's some dedication right there.
Yeah. And then over 1 million people like myself put down $100. So do the math.
That's
Tesla
$100
was sitting
million.
on over $100 million for the last 4 or 5 years.
Uh-huh.
And so last week, 2 weeks ago, we got the email that said, you are now ready to build your Tesla truck. And now I know a lot of people are very divided. They don't like how it looks. To me, it takes me back to the Future days. I want to be Marty McFly in my Cybertruck. Now, if anybody remembers, when they came out, they said Cybertrucks will be $40,000 to $60,000.
Right.
So I'm like, great, I'll build it. Take out a 25-year loan, like a mortgage, get myself a $50,000 Cybertruck.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's
That's how
like,
people
as
like
one of our
ours.
early adopters, you can buy the founder's version.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
talking about.
founder's version doesn't start at $40,000.
Oh no!
At $99,000.
Wow.
And there's two options. There's the cheap one at 99, and then there's the one that's just a little bit more at 119,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a deal.
And Chachi sent me this note to share with all the rest of you in celebration of the 250th episode. Greg Lawson, Martin Vaez, and Sweet Tea. He doesn't know your real name. You all get one. He's got you each
All
one.
right, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it's
thank
the Matchbox version. It's the commemorative that
Oh,
you get when
okay,
you
that's
purchase the
fine.
actual truck. But
That's fine.
It's still one nonetheless.
yeah,
I'd like to trade mine for a Grand Wagoneer.
At about half the cost. Yeah.
is that all? Just half
Did
the
you
cost?
see
Oh no!
The Kid Rock bought one and wrapped it like the General Lee.
Yes, I did.
Serious? Are you serious?
No, thank
Aw.
you.
So anyway,
They're hideous. They're
So
so
where's-
stupid looking.
God.
So where's
It
the
looks
truck
like-
part on that thing? I
It
mean,
looks like a kid was trying to, for Cub Scouts, build
one of those, what do you call those cars?
Yeah, the
the
little
Pinewood Derby.
Pinewood Derby.
Derby,
Pinewood
yes.
Derby.
yeah.
They're like, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, and like his
too
dad was really
intricate.
lazy and just kind of nailed like an aluminum can around the outside of it. And
It's
crimped
kind of
it.
the shape of
And then-
something. I don't know.
Instead of,
Like aluminum foil. Yeah.
instead of
So
two
anyway,
outlet,
Tell us
Yeah.
the
This
story.
this is the disturbing story that came out this week. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this.
I didn't order one,
Last
so-
week, a Tesla crashed through a wall of my house. I was home when it happened. The first thing I did was check to make sure my roommate was okay. Then I called 911. Then I went outside and started taking pictures of the crash. My first picture was at 5:07 p.m. My first picture of the tow truck drivers trying to take the Tesla out of here was at 5:10 p.m. It had literally just happened minutes earlier, and so I was like, hey, can we pause for a second? Like, the cops are on their way right now, and the tow truck driver actually said to me, F you. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me, dude? Like, my house just got ran into. Have some empathy. And no joke, he goes, here's your empathy. And I was like, oh my God, you're being that much of a dick right now? And he goes, get the out of my way. And then he shoved me and he threatened to beat me up and kill me if I didn't let him get the car out of there. So my question is Tesla's automatic crash system alerting tow truck drivers? And are they offering them a bunch of money to get the car out of a situation before news cameras show up? They don't want any more negative press because those tow truck drivers were here so fast and they were so aggressive, there had to be a bunch of money on the line.
Well, the truth of the matter is, every Tesla is followed by a tow truck.
It has to be.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
How else
you're
would they get
never-
around?
I thought, and again, I don't know, but I thought that Tesla has their own fleet of tow trucks that only pick up Teslas. I
Really?
could be wrong. If somebody knows, throw in the comments.
Yeah, but first of all, I don't know. If only we had an active police officer on our staff that could answer a
Active?
question. Yeah.
Active, no.
But maybe
No
we
more.
could just ask the former detective known as Greg Lawson. Greg, if I drive a
he no
car
longer
into
detective?
somebody's house and then I have a tow truck come pull it out quick before the cops get there, isn't that tampering with evidence?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. That's why we
I'm sorry,
keep an expert on staff. He's
Well, wait a
so
minute.
helpful.
Aren't they just trying to save the structure, meaning the home?
Are they?
I think they're
I
making
don't think
it
you
worse.
pull it out to save the structure. I think you
Well,
leave it there.
It's
Hold
like
it up.
when you get stabbed, you got to leave it there so you don't
No, I
bleed
think
out.
we're talking
Same thing
about
with houses. Everyone knows that.
the chance of fire from either the battery or whatever, and it would be a good idea to get the thing at least out of the house. I don't know about down the road, and that
I don't
The
think
tow
they
truck
cared
was
about the
there in
house.
3 minutes. When have you
Yeah.
ever seen a tow truck show up anywhere in 3
Anywhere.
So
minutes?
maybe the answer is, Dave, maybe Tesla should have a army of police officers that are just ready to take care of Tesla crashes.
Oh, I don't like
The
that.
FBI.
I would like to. I'd like to begin this meeting by nominating Greg Lawson to be the commander in chief of that. Do I have
Seconded.
a second?
Available.
Yes.
You got my
I'm
vote.
pretty much certain that I'm going to fail the urinalysis.
What have you been doing, Greg?
Celebration of retirement there, huh?
Somebody,
Okay.
Hello.
enjoying it.
Look, hey, who's got a curl?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he does have a full mullet rolling right now.
Oh man,
They were
no more
popular
dress
when
codes
we
for
did
you.
Sir,
Look at how happy he does look, though,
Oh.
compared
Hey,
to
what do you think?
Hey,
What do you think?
less
happened?
purple.
I'm trying my best.
I don't know, man. I think it's really bizarre. I
You're
think
doing a great job.
obviously they're trying to keep things under wraps. Things are not going well for Tesla.
No.
Oh.
And
Tesla.
for the vehicles. I don't know. I think maybe they need to check their customer service relations with the people they do hire to be the exclusive Tesla tow truck drivers. Not, here's your empathy.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that happened. Do you believe that happened?
I
Yeah.
do. Did
Tow
you see
truck
that guy's
drivers?
glasses? That's not the kind of guy that would lie.
Gotta
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that
I've
guy.
known. I have known a lot of tow truck drivers, my friends. I can confirm I have seen that before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like there's a
Crazy.
story Greg wants to tell.
I know. I feel like we're
On the
teetering on
500
the
the
precipice.
show, we can go ahead and just broadcast live from inside the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Greg will just
Assuming
be
I
like,
understand.
he'll have a Bob Marley
Yeah.
driving a Cybertruck.
Yeah. Exactly.
Chachi, me and Marty will be in the little hot tub he's got in the back of the
Right in the
Cybertruck.
back, yeah.
While Sweet Chee's just sticking her hand out the window going, pull my finger! Pull my finger! No?
And
I
I'll
love
be
that song so
driving all
much.
of 4 miles an hour right in the middle of it.
That's right. In the mullet.
Fast
With the
lane.
mullet.
With his mullet blowing in the wind. All right, we need to take a quick break. We will come back. We've got more to discuss, and we've got something very important to talk about and very serious when we return to the program. So stay tuned. You're listening to the very best in paranormal programming. This is the Paranormal 60 News. The Oregon Bigfoot Festival and Beyond is back and bigger than ever at Oaks Amusement Park, Saturday, June 29th. Meet Bigfoot hunters like Ronnie LeBlanc of Discovery Channel's Expedition Bigfoot and Paranormal Caught on Camera, and paranormal investigators like me, Dave Schrader of the Holzer Files and the Paranormal 60 podcast. Join us for a day of family fun celebrating Bigfoot, ghosts, UFOs, and everything beyond. You never know what you'll find. Don't miss the Oregon Bigfoot Festival and Beyond, Saturday, June 29th at Oaks Amusement Park. Get tickets today at OregonBigfootFest.com. OregonBigfootFest.com.
The Oregon Bigfoot Festival. Oregon Bigfoot Festival.
All right, welcome back to the program. This is the paranormal is a very interesting world, and for many of us in it, it is also a very small world. We get to interact with one another at a lot of the different conventions. We get to see each other traveling and speaking engagements, and you become a family. You become a real family in the field. And today, part of that family is hurting. And there was a video that was posted a little bit earlier today from our friend Daniel Klass. He is the owner of the Hinsdale House, and he made an announcement today that was very tough regarding his beautiful 13-year-old daughter, Shaylee. And with his permission, he said that we could go ahead and share the video. And I'm being very serious about this. I know that we like to joke and have our fun, but this is one of our brothers in the paranormal field. And now more than ever, we need to come together and do something to help.
I've had a lot of people reaching out to me. So hard. So hard, guys. 3 weeks ago, that little 13-year-old Shaylee was complaining that she was, her leg was hurting her. Took her in to get an x-ray, and the doctor called us immediately when he got the x-ray. Said it looks like it could be some type of cancer. So we spent the next 2 weeks
getting bone scans, PET scans, CT scans. She had to go in and have a surgery to have a biopsy done, and then on this Tuesday, we got confirmed that she does have osteosarcoma, which is a form of bone cancer. She's going to be going in tomorrow to get a port put in and start chemotherapy. So many people have reached out to me as to why I wasn't at ParaPsyCon. Well, this is why. My life has been thrown upside down for my wife, myself, and my other kids. And right now we are refocusing, repurposing, and putting all of our energy towards our family. So for Shaylee, it's going to be such a long road, such a hard road. My wife's going to be taking FMLA from her job so we can spend every moment with her that we can while she's going through this and fighting this. Sorry, I can't even think. I feel like I'm living in an alternative universe, an alternative world right now. And it's just so hard, but I need to let all of you know why I'm not going to be at events. I'm not going to be doing live podcasts. I'm not going to be doing any of this stuff right now because my main purpose right now is to take care of my family, stay strong for my family, and help my little daughter get through this. We're gonna beat this, and we're gonna fight this, and we're gonna win. It's without a doubt. You know, with all of my friends, all of the friends I have all over the world, all of my family, sending her good vibes, prayers. That's all I'm asking for, guys. Please, you know, collective consciousness. If it's one thing I've learned in the paranormal, when you focus on something, amazing things can happen. And I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna freaking do it. You know, it's just there's so many things to think about, like just so many things to think about. But that is what's going on with my family. That's why I wasn't at events. That's why I haven't been doing any lives or anything like that. As far as the Hinsdale house goes,
so very hard news, but we're going to remain positive. We're going to send out positive energy and prayers to Daniel Class and his family because that's what they need right now. On today's program guide, both on the live version of this on YouTube and on the audio version, there is a link to the GoFundMe. And if you would be so kind as to make a donation of any size, it will go a long way to help them because they've got a long road ahead of them. Daniel, because of the work he does not have family leave. His wife will be taking family leave, but that cuts her pay down to 60%, and they're going to have needs for their family. I know that they have a very conservative goal of just $10,000. And when we first posted this afternoon, there was about $1,100 in there, and the last time I checked was around $6,600. I know we can hit that 10 grand tonight, and I know that we can far surpass that. Our Darklings have big hearts and big dreams, and I know that they're going to reach in and help out on this. $1, $5, $10, whatever you can afford to do to help this family. I'm very cautious in posting GoFundMes. I was burned in the past with people that we had posted for. So I'm very, very cautious. When I post something and share it like this, it's because I know the people involved. I know them personally, and I want to make sure that we can do our best to help them. Daniel's been helping the paranormal field and making it accessible to so many for so long that anything you can do would be greatly appreciated. So please check out that link in today's program guide and make a difference. Make a donation. Even if you look and see that they've surpassed their goal, throw in a few bucks because that money is going to go a lot faster than you think it will. And this family needs our help. The paranormal field does have unity and it does have love, and we can show that to the family. So let's remain positive. And Lord, we just ask you right now to hear our prayer collectively, that whatever doctors, nurses, or medical staff come into contact with little Shaylee, that you give them wisdom and you give them steady hands so that all that they do and bring to her will bring about the best healing for her. We ask that you give everyone around her empathy and love and strength. We ask that you be with her family to give them strength, lift them up through this. And Lord, shine your light down, because we know that when one or more people come together under your name, miracles happen. And I've seen them happen over the last 18 years, and we need a big one this time. So please reach down and bring your healing to Shaylee. We pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
So tonight, hug those loved ones a little bit longer. Let's get back to it. I want to thank the people that have been making donations on the show this evening as well. We've got W. Decker. You're all great, but I must admit, Sweet Tea is the best.
Wow.
With a $10 donation. Little Sprite dropping $50. Love y'all. You always make me laugh. And
Yay.
Sybil, positive thoughts for your
Yay.
250th. I will tell you this, that any donation that we get tonight, I will immediately give to the class family. So if you feel like giving tonight, know that every penny that we collect in tonight's show will go to the class family to help them as well.
Dave,
So
I just looked. They're over
Mhm.
$8,400 now.
Awesome. 8,400. Like I said, let's blow past it. 10 grand is their conservative goal. And I've known too many people that have gone through this, that is a great start, but help this family. It's a long road in front of them. So thank you. Let's get back to some news and some fun stuff to discuss, because in Shaylee's honor, we're going to keep the energies high and keep those prayers going. I want to, let's do this. This is a good time for it.
It's time now for Upon Further Review.
I love movies. I know you guys love movies. And tonight I'm wearing my Planet of the Apes shirt.
Yeah.
Because I'm celebrating the brand new Planet of the Apes movie that has just been released, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now, I don't know where you guys all sit on this. I love the original series. I even have all the original TV series and the cartoons on DVD from the 70s. Loved them. I was not a big fan of the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes, but it has its own little place in history. And I really enjoyed the Andy Serkis versions that were released, the last three movies that were like the predating stories, giving us the history of how the Planet of the Apes came to be. When they announced that they were going to launch a new trilogy that would springboard off of this, I was a little concerned because that's a big task to follow. And I saw mixed reviews when it came out. So I went to this with absolutely no expectations, but hoping that there would be something cool to see. And for those of you that are not familiar with this, this is a little peek at Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Are you familiar with the concept of evolution? In their time, humans were capable of many great things. They could fly like eagles fly. They could speak across oceans. But now it is our time, and it is my kingdom. We will learn. Apes will learn. I will learn. And I will conquer.
Legend says ape and human lived side by side. Impossible as that may seem.
Why do they hunt her?
She's smarter than most.
The elders did not tell us everything about this world.
Bend for your king.
Apes hunt humans. That is wrong.
Together, you will die.
No. Together. Strong.
Wow, what a great movie. I'm not even going to play around on this. I'm cutting right to it. This one out of 5 Phantoms, 1 being it sucks, 5 it's amazing. I'm giving this a solid 4.5 Phantoms.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a strong version. Some of the complaints I don't get, you can totally tell they're CGI. What, you don't think they got real monkey actors? And listen, we accepted Roddy McDowell, right, as a
With
monkey.
2 coconuts for a mouth.
Right,
God.
exactly. And we loved it. These are great. They're well-told stories. And there are some beautiful nods to the original series of movies when they show that full-on hunt scene for the humans. It was just that great moment from the original Planet of the Apes, recapturing that excitement and energy of it. I really thought it was a great flick. So honestly, I'm giving it 4.5 Phantoms out of 5. Have any of you had a chance to see it?
I didn't even know it existed.
I did not know it existed either.
Well,
seriously.
One question I had, Dave, is wasn't there a previous Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? And if so, it wasn't. Oh, I thought there was.
No if so's there, Colonel. Sorry.
I was saying, if so, was it the same plot and everything? Because
No. But thank you for playing. Would you like to use a lifeline? No, there was Planet of the Apes. There was Beneath the Planet of the Apes. There was Escape from the Planet of the Apes. There was Battle for the Planet of the Apes and Conquest for the Planet of the Apes. Those were the originals.
Yeah.
Then there was Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, which we'll just put in the closet. And then they came out with, what was it? Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dairy Queen of the Planet of the Apes. And yeah, there were, Tesla drivers of the apes. But this is the first kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay,
and
my bad.
yeah, it's a great flick. Maybe are you time traveling again, Colonel?
I am. Yeah, and I just came back.
Hey, Colonel, if you want, just grab something from the bottom shelf there.
No, I can't do that anymore. I just you've made me a non-bottom shelf drinker.
Wow.
Hey, Dave, quick question for you.
Yeah.
So has this been your favorite of the movies?
No.
What was your favorite?
Well, aside from the original Planet of the Apes, that one's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah.
I really love that. I love the groovy escape from Planet of the Apes when they come to art in the 60s and they're wearing the swinging mod costumes and they're being on talk shows. I just love this silly nature of it. But Ricardo Montalban, that was Escape from the Planet of the Apes. That's the third one.
Originally called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, but they changed it.
Yeah, they changed the name after Marty time traveled and stepped on a butterfly. Changed it all. Yeah. But the great flicks. And then there was a TV series that took place that's supposed to take place. I think it's like 50 years after the Planet of the Apes movie. And that was a great series. I love that series. And they only did 1 season. And being such a popular TV show, I have no idea why, or such a great movie series, why the TV series didn't do better. But I loved it. I even loved the cartoons and the comic books. And they've made all kinds of cool spin-offs. IDW did a Star Trek Planet of the Apes crossover comic. That was great. They did back in the 90s. They did Ape Nation, which was Alien Nation and Planet of the Apes.
What?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
There were comic books, not shows or anything, but they were really cool little vignettes that they've mixed the Planet of the Apes worlds in with these deals. So I dug all that. So I'm a big sci-fi nerd when it comes to this stuff.
Didn't they do a crossover with A Clockwork Orange as well?
Yes, A Clockwork Orange of the Apes. That was very
really good. Wow, that sounds violent.
I don't think that one ever happened either. Were you? Were you talking to Marley with Greg?
You're not retired like
Greg,
Ross is
yeah.
there, okay?
Celebrating his
I
retirement.
did not do that.
So,
Hey,
David,
guess
last
what?
question about this.
Yeah.
Good. So, big Tim Burton fan.
Okay.
Never saw that film, though. What wasn't good about it? Did he try to do it in that Tim Burton-esque kind of goofy?
Actually, no, I wouldn't even give it it didn't.
Or it's
It's
only
got
white
the
people.
Tim Burton vibe to it, but I can't put my finger directly on what it is about that movie that just is off-putting. I liked the ending. Because it plays more to the Pierre Boulet novel than any of the originals did. Rod Serling stepped in and rewrote ending for the original movie that we saw. With "You maniacs, you blew it up!" Right? That scene was created by Rod Serling. So the Tim Burton version plays more into the book. So I liked it. That's why I said I don't necessarily crap on it. I just put it in the closet. I'll watch it maybe once every 4 or 5 years just to think there was so much hope for
took a
this.
small crap on it. I don't
A
know.
little
I'm
bit.
Yeah, a
just
little bit,
saying.
a little
Yeah,
bit,
I mean,
a
it
little
wasn't
bit.
huge.
It's not like a Stevie Nicks moment, but it's
Right.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, the White Witch's birthday, she just turned 76, so happy birthday.
Ah, the
Happy
goat.
birthday.
I just saw her again during my time
Greatest
at
of all
rehab.
time.
Did
She opened up for-
Oh.
she opened up for Billy Joel.
Oh, I have a story about that. Hey, did they ever figure out how the Statue of Liberty got onto the Planet of the Apes? They never addressed that. That's crazy.
What are you talking about?
Spoiler alerts, sweetie.
God.
Spoiler
Yeah, maybe.
alerts.
Glad you invited her on the show.
So, let me ask you a question, Dave, if I may, please.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
So you say that whole ending with the Statue of Liberty was not supposed to happen until Rod Serling got in there and said, "Hey, man,
Sterling
or whatever the hell."
Yeah, Rod Serling helped write the screenplay for the original Planet of the Apes.
He did.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
I can sit and
All
talk to Dave like for hours, man.
Oh, it's just
It's time now for Upon Further Review.
what is this, a
For the
Mandela?
250th episode, I've got 2 movies that I'm reviewing.
Wow.
Is that a long 3-day weekend?
So we don't read stories, we don't review movies. What is our purpose here anymore?
I started to ask that question when nobody shows up. Sometimes I have to ask hobos and
You're welcome.
Sweet Tea to show up.
Requested 3 months PTO.
Yeah.
Hey, hobo, hold my
Yeah.
finger.
Yeah. Colonel's all, I got to go to Hawaii. And Greg's like, oh, I got to teach
rehab.
classes. And Chachi's all, I'm going to rehab. And Sweet Tea's like, please let me be on the show. So,
Please.
yeah, it's gotten kind of carried away. But I did get to
It's
see
such a
another
treat for
movie.
me. You guys are so nice and kind. I can't
It
have
is.
enough of this
It's such a
great
treat.
treatment that I get from all of you. Thank you so much.
If you think this show is filled with love, then you're going to like this next movie. It's called If, and it's a little treat by John Krasinski.
What if I told you imaginary friends are real? And when their kids grow up, they're forgotten.
Are any of them scary?
Worse, desperate.
Question, why did these kids forget about us in the first place?
Last week, I just started falling apart. Oh.
You're sucking the oxygen out of the room.
Honestly, Doc, if this is how it's going to be, I'm just going to wheel myself back and plug in.
We've started.
Lou Gossett Jr.'s final movie. He's the voice of Louie, the teddy bear, in that one.
Did he pass
Really?
away?
Yeah, he passed away, I think, in March this year, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was in his 90s. Lou Gossett Jr., great actor. So I think what's going to be really fun about this movie is that it just came out, and there was a movie that came out about 2 months ago called Imaginary. That's a horror movie. And this one is a delightful family movie. And at some point, one of us are going to, you're going to get your grandchild, you're going to pop it on, and Pop's going to show you his favorite little movie, and Imaginary is going to come on and scar your children
That
or
is not a
grandchildren.
child movie at all.
Yeah,
Scary.
no.
It's fine.
And If was delightful. Out of 5 Phantoms, I'm going to give it 4.5 phantoms.
Wow.
Seriously?
Wow.
You
Yeah.
used to be like real brutal there, Dave.
You know what? I took my
In a row.
teenage daughter to it. I went there with Ripperdoodle, and I said, "You want to go see If?" Yeah. I'm like, okay. So we went to go see this movie together, and we shared a bucket of popcorn and some soda pop, and we both sat there wiping tears away from our eyes through the episode. It's a really, really well done, fun, well acted, interesting story.
Ripperdoodle, that's Sweet Tea, right?
No,
Ouch.
Sweet Tea rips him like a doodle. No, my
Oh, I
daughter,
love that
Ripley.
song.
Like a
Ripley.
Yankee.
What happened?
Really?
So yeah.
So you enjoyed it with your almost 20-year-old daughter. Okay.
No, let's not push things. She's barely 17. So
Almost
Yeah,
20.
settle down,
She was
Chachi.
20
You're
and 10.
weird.
yeah. So she's it was very nice. It was a great little bonding moment for dad and daughter to go see this movie.
Nice.
And, so yeah, go check it out. I think it's a great one. Another one that's really good family. And even if you don't have a family, if you're just like you and your spouse or neighbor or a
I
hobo,
just go by myself.
House not your family anymore?
Have my own popcorn.
Could you take a grandparent in their like 70s or 80s?
That's more of imaginary. That movie.
Meemaw would like this. That's all
Could
I'm
I
saying.
kidnap a child and bring
take
the
Meemaw to
child
see
with
it. I
me
just wondered.
and then return the child?
Yeah, sweetie, definitely kidnap a child and take them to this movie because that would be awesome.
Can I make them
That'll
watch
free
the
up a
movie
spot on
and then
the
wait
show
in
if
the
you do that.
lobby?
I can buy Red Hots.
God, what a
Greg,
mess.
I'm going to take you. What are you doing this weekend?
Greg won't go. You always ask him to do stuff and he doesn't go.
I asked that guy to go to everything.
Dude, come on up here.
Don't.
Come on up.
No.
We're not having this discussion right now.
I do have a very serious quick question though for our Texas contingent because I've had a lot of people sending me messages. I know there's been a lot of bad weather Texas way and everybody's been concerned about how it's affecting you. You're all here safely tonight, so I'm thinking that's pretty good, but how are things where you all live? Are you safe? Have you been affected by this and impacted by this bad weather?
Yeah, I had some Chachi problems. Yep.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Tree falling on the house, water squirting, spilling stuff. I had to cut a hose.
That's like a Charlie Brown problem.
Don't cut,
Yeah. Don't cut the hose.
Did you ever tell that story on this show?
Oh my
Yes.
God. No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, it hasn't hit me. It's gone around me, but it's going more.
It knows better than to mess with the Colonel.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, go around. But it's hit Austin pretty hard.
Yeah, it's going to cost me some money. My neighbor and I are going to have to pitch in on a really big tree to get it cut down and get out of there because half of it fell on the house.
Holy cow. We need to stop for a second because I mentioned that any donation that we get tonight on the show will be going to Daniel Class and his family. And ladies and gentlemen, the Bonsai Warrior has stepped up.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's holy
Tip
Christmas.
of my hat.
Holy Christmas.
And on the 250th episode, he gives $250. Appreciate
Wow.
it.
That's
Good man.
that's astounding. Let me God dang it. This is my fear. YouTube takes a piece. I appreciate it. I promise you everything that you donate is going to go right back to the Daniel Class family. That's a guarantee. But I do have a link in the YouTube link and on the episode. Please go direct to their GoFundMe as much as and message me. I'll mention the donation you've made because we want to give you props for being kind. Where are we at in the donations right now, Chachi?
So not including what we've received from the listeners tonight. $9,535.
Yes, let's get there.
Of $1,500 in the last hour, last 30 minutes since you
Yeah.
talked about it. This is our listeners.
And we
Thank
still
you,
have
listeners.
an hour and a half on this show. It's going to continue.
We're gonna
on,
go-
so we're good.
For those who remember the Jerry Lewis telethon, right?
Yeah,
Right.
let's do one right now.
Should I get my lollipop?
Can I skate? I want to skate.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
sure.
You go get your skates on while we do this.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night? Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic? Have you or your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost? Then Haunted Magazine issue 41 might just be for you. In issue 41, we have The Enfield Haunting, an interview with Dave Schrader, Danny Robbins, and lots more. Out now in stores, app stores, and online at bit.ly/haunted magazine. Remember, don't be normal, be paranormal.
Hey kids, my book Theater of the Mind is out and available, doing amazing. Thank you all for the ratings and reviews. It means more than you could possibly know. If you'd like to get a signed copy, you can go right to paranormal60.com, where you can get signed copies or standard copies with no signatures. Both are there, or you can order them on Amazon.com. So wherever you're listening, anywhere around this world, go to Amazon.com and you can order either an electronic version of the book or the paperback copy and get it right now. Go take advantage of it. It is called Theater of the Mind, Tales from the Darkness, written by me, Dave Schrader. Okay, we've got just a handful of stories left here, my friends.
Dave, who wrote your forward for your book?
There was no forward for
I just noticed Josh Gates was up there. That's why I was asking.
Gates gave me the great little quote for the book, which said, Dave Schrader is the unofficial mayor of the paranormal world.
Wow. I thought you wrote that.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome.
Josh
cool.
Gates, he can do that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of capabilities. All right, let's get to our next news story. This one has all of us worried. Ladies and gentlemen, the UK might be running out of ghosts. That's right. Is Britain running out of ghosts? According to a leading paranormal expert and author, Dr. Paul Lee, the UK's spectral population is in serious decline. In a surprising twist of supernatural fate, it seems that many of the nation's famous phantoms are either taking a break or passing over to the other side. Dr. Lee has been on a ghostly quest since January 2020, reaching out to allegedly haunted locations across the UK via his app. And his mission? To find out if residents, owners, or staff have experienced any unexplained activities. The results have been startling. So far, I've had almost 800 replies, and even some supposedly highly haunted places like Collinsborough Castle in South Yorkshire, the Eddington Park Hotel in Stratford, and Fortnum and Mason in Piccadilly haven't reported anything in the last few years, Dr. Lee revealed. It appears that these legendary hauntings have gone silent. It does seem as though many famous ghosts are either dormant or have faded away or moved on, he continued. Dr. Lee, who hails from Fairstead, Norfolk, and holds a PhD in nuclear physics, speculates that the spirits might have had a natural source of energy that has dwindled over time, leaving them without the reserves to manifest. But all is not lost for fans of the paranormal. Dr. Lee offers a glimmer of hope. It may be that ghosts can be recharged. You sometimes hear stories of ghosts suddenly appearing again after many years' absence, like Chachi on the show. Meanwhile, in Sheffield, the iconic Meltdown Bar is experiencing its own spooky saga. Staff have noticed lights and TVs switching on by themselves, along with a ghostly sighting. In response to the eerie occurrences, they called in a team of paranormal experienced investigators. WHOLE Paranormal, the group leading the investigation, suggests that the bar's extensive history could be the reason for the uptick in its current activity. So, here's my thought on this. I've talked often about the string theory concept of time and it being a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey mess. And that it's interesting how most ghosts that we encounter come from around the 1800s to the early 1900s. And I've laid out the thought that what if the 1800s to the early 1900s are laying over 2000 to 2025? And as that time shifts and undulates and touches a different part of time, maybe our timeline will fall against another timeline and we'll begin seeing ghosts from the 50s or maybe ghosts from the Roman times. So there could be a shift. And you got to think about it, that if there is a big shift that's made that way, America is not that old. We don't have the kind of population here and things that took place that if we get thrown past the last 300 years, 400 years, we may be quiet for a while in the United States. Now, over in the UK, they've been constant with life and craziness going on over there. But it's something to consider. Anybody else have any thoughts on the paranormal stagnicity
I do actually, Dave.
Okay. What is that, Chachi?
What I didn't share was as part of my assignment in rehab was I was asked to leave for periods of time. And so I have traveled extensively since being on PTO.
Okay.
And one of the things I did is I went to England and I spent the night at the Scared Inn.
Scared.
The Scared Inn?
It may be called that. I think it
Is that what you called it, or is that what it's named?
Scared.
Well, I wasn't scared
Okay.
until, and Dave, you know how I feel about this.
The bill.
The bill
Yeah.
Yeah.
always sets my
Yeah.
So we're in one of the bedrooms upstairs.
Hey now. Hey.
It's PG.
Oh, it's gonna
Family
get good,
show.
Dave. You wait till you hear what happened.
Oh, man.
No.
I'm in one of the bedrooms,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a armoire,
Hmm.
French word for closet.
Very nice.
Thank you.
You're so continental.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, and on the armoire is 2 pieces of duct tape. Okay,
Mhm.
that's right, Bonsai.
Bonsai Warrior says, Chachi's drunk, go home.
There. And so 2 fresh pieces of duct tape
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
on the doors to the armoire.
Okay.
So I enter the room and I run my hands across said duct tape to
Okay.
ensure it was tight and fresh. I then began to pull at it to see if it was mucky and sticky. That might be next week's shirt.
Mucky and sticky.
Hashtag mucky and sticky.
Hashtag mucky and sticky. Somewhat moist. So I pushed on the said duct tape and it was tight. These doors were not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's
So,
tight and
that's it,
moist
Kelly.
and
Thank
mucky.
you. Thank you, Kelly. So it's about 2:00 in the morning, and we start to do EVP sessions. And something tells me, Bonsai, calm down, buddy. I appreciate you.
We're going somewhere.
You've done
Believe
good
us.
work tonight.
We're going somewhere here.
We're going somewhere.
He's taking us on a 30-mile hike to go see a dog turd.
Look at this. Look at how it's turned, Greg. Look how things have turned in
The
your
more
favor.
things change, the more they stay the same, Dave. All right? So I'm in
Okay,
the room.
so you're doing EVP session. Okay.
And something, I shite you not, tells me in like a Dave Schrader voice, don't look at said armoire.
Okay.
So I literally turn to the side and I look the other way.
Refusing.
Refusing.
Look.
All of a sudden, you don't hear the duct tape rip. You don't hear anything. And the armoire doors.
Let's have a sip. See, we don't need anybody to read.
We just need him to talk. That's terrible. The doors open. I could not believe it. It was completely, I don't know how. You know, Dave, I've been with you on investigations. I'm not one to easily jump. A lot of things happened that night. That one, I was just like, nope, that's the end of the story. It's time to go to bed.
Okay.
That's what my wife told me. Great. We're sleeping in this room.
Oh, no.
Did it get mucky and sticky in there?
And moist.
And moist, sweetie. That's right.
And tight.
Oh, no. Stop.
He said it, not me. I didn't say it. He did.
He did reference.
Hey, Jessica F. Thanks for the $10 super sticker. And Sandra K.
Yay.
1999 for the cause. Thank you, my friends. Looking great
to that.
tonight. I
Dave, what do you
appreciate
think happened there?
it. I think you're drunk.
No. He told me that story. He's completely sober a few days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at him.
He was drunk that
You
night.
sure?
He could
It might have been the scotch on his breath as he was pulling at the glue on the tape.
Did not.
That we had that meeting for nothing.
So one thing you left out.
Duct tape.
What?
Fresh duct tape. Like I tried to pull them, you couldn't pull them. And then
Right, it was tight. We know. Jesus.
Very tight.
Jeez.
It was very young.
But
What?
you didn't mention though, Chachi, that the duct tape was still sticky.
Yes, when I walked up to it, it was still sticky. I don't understand that. It's never happened before I met Dave Schrader.
We've gotten together tonight, Chachi, not so much for the news, but for this. Eric, we all love you very much.
Oh, man, when it starts like that.
Oh, we're doing this now?
Yes.
I'm not
Did you
ready.
Do this in private.
You've hurt my feelings on more than one occasion. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm reading Greg's letter to you. Let me find my... Oh, good God. All right.
Just said I fell off the wagon.
Yeah, well,
It's a small
I
wagon.
think you're being dragged by it as we speak. Let's take a look at our next news story.
Like on
A
Monday.
Devil's Letter. A possessed nun's 1676 manuscript has finally been deciphered. In a tale straight out of a supernatural thriller, a devilish letter written by a 17th century nun has finally been translated after centuries of mystifying experts.
Man.
Sister Maria Cracficia della Concesione, a 31-year-old nun from the Convent of Palma de Montechario in Sicily, penned the enigmatic note while reportedly possessed. On August 11, 1676, Sister Maria was discovered sprawled on the floor of her cell, face smeared with ink, clutching a letter composed of bizarre symbols and letters. She claimed the message was dictated by the devil himself, who sought to lure her away from her faith. The 14-line letter has baffled scholars for centuries, but recent advancements have shed light on its cryptic contents. Speaking to Live Science, Danielle Abate, director of Ludham Science Center, explained the painstaking process. When working on historical decryption, you cannot ignore the psychological profile of the writer. We needed to know as much as possible about the nun. Sister Maria had joined the Benedictine convent at the tender age of 15, dedicating her life to God. The letter she wrote appeared to be in shorthand, prompting Abate and his team to hypothesize that she invented a new language using ancient alphabets she might have known. To crack the code, researchers employed software to scan shorthand symbols from various languages. They discovered that the letter incorporated elements from ancient Greek, Latin, runic, Arabic scripts. We analyzed how the syllables and graphisms repeated in the letter to locate vowels, and we ended up with a refined decryption algorithm, Abate said. We thought we could just come out with a few words making sense, but the nun had a good command of languages. The message was more complete than expected. The translated text is as eerie as it is intriguing. It refers to the Holy Trinity as dead weights and includes the ominous statement, God thinks he can free mortals. The system works for no one. Perhaps now, Styx is certain. Now, for those of you rusty on your ancient mythology, Styx is the river that separates the living from the underworld in Greek and Roman lore. Abate suggests that the letter indicates Sister Maria may have been grappling with mental health issues, noting the image of the devil is often present in these disorders. We learn from historical records that every night she screamed and fought against the devil. Kind of chilling. Kind of weird. Sweet Tea's having none of it. She's removed herself.
None, literally.
None of
Figuratively.
it.
Mhm.
N-U-N. Whose phone is on dinging like
Not
crazy?
mine.
Chachi.
You were getting money.
It's Chachi.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, let me double check on the old...
That was a ring for money.
Nope, no more cash coming in, but that's okay. We thank all of those that have made donations thusly. So thank you very much for doing that. So interesting story, but I think it's listen, they have a nun who goes into the nunnery. Is that what they're called? Nunneries? And
Sounds like it.
at the age of 15 becomes embattled with the devil.
Covenant.
The whole concept we have is that the devil wants to break those people that are in close relationship with the Lord. And now we're just going to summarily dismiss the fact that she wrote a letter in like 4 different languages and just say, oh, she was just very good. She's 15. How much education did she have to know 4 languages?
They're pretty known for being educated in
European.
What if angels came down and like touched them? said, "Hey, you."
I'm not
you
saying
got-
she wasn't possessed. I'm just saying I don't know anything about her aside from that she got there at 15. Maybe she learned a whole bunch of different languages when
Well,
she
that-
got there.
Was some
that
duct tape involved
symbolism.
in this? I just was
You just
wondering.
hate the devil, sweetie. You refuse to give
You know
him
what?
his due.
To hell with the
I'll
devil.
bet this
That's all I'm
fiddle of
saying.
gold against your souls to
say it.
think I'm better than you.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you heard me. Yes, Greg, please. You have the floor.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Senility. Senility sets in quickly when you retire. That's tragic.
Cheers.
So
Dave?
tragic. Yeah.
We have a special guest in the comments. I don't know if
Oh,
you have
boy.
that. I tried to put it up, but because my access was taken away due to my rehab,
He was very upset that you didn't text him at all when you were in the
see
hospital.
who has
I know
joined
that
the
much.
chat, Dave.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
Look at
the
this.
one, the only, starring Shane.
Shane.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Shane. And look at this. The Bonsai Warrior hopefully covers their cut, $25 more from the Bonsai Warrior.
Yay.
Thank you,
Bless
Bonsai Warrior.
my son.
awesome.
Bless.
You are a good man.
Dude is
And
awesome.
the wrenches are even thankful. Thank you, Mark G. I know Mark was a little put off by the song Lamone sent to us, picking on the wrenches. Those are our moderators, by the way. So that's an interesting story, but not to be outdone, the devil doesn't get to reign supreme on tonight's program. Oh, no. 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 This one's weird. Are you ready? From
Let's
web
do it.
designer to saint. The extraordinary journey of Carlo Acutis, God's influencer.
Do you want me to read this story?
Yeah. Could you?
No.
No.
Not really.
In a story that bridges the ancient and the modern, a London-born teenager who harnessed the power of the internet to spread the teachings of the Catholic Church is on the brink of sainthood. Meet Carlo Acutis, dubbed God's influencer, whose digital devotion is poised to make him the first millennial saint. Carlos Acutis passed away in 2006 at the tender age of 15, but his legacy lives on. Amplified by his remarkable online contributions, this tech-savvy teen created websites for his parish and school and launched an ambitious project to document every reported Eucharistic miracle, a site that went live just days before his untimely death. His journey toward sainthood began with his beatification in 2020, after being credited with his first miracle, healing a Brazilian child suffering from a congenital pancreatic disease. Now, recently, Pope Francis attributed a second miracle to Carlo. A university student in Florence was healed from brain hemorrhaging following a severe head trauma. Carlo's path to canonization received a significant boost when the Pope approved the second miracle after consulting with the Vatican's saint-making department. While the date of his canonization remains undecided, his influence continues to grow. Carlo, who spent much of his childhood in Italy, succumbed to leukemia in Monza. A year after his death, his body was relocated to Assisi, where it now lies on full display alongside other relics linked to him. His posthumous influence is celebrated globally. His website, documenting Eucharistic miracles, has been translated into multiple languages and inspired an international exhibition. The UK also honors Carlo's memory. In 2020, the Archbishop of Birmingham established the parish of Blessed Carlo Acutis, incorporating churches in Wolverhampton and Wombourne. Additionally, a statue of the soon-to-be Saint graces Carfin Grotto, a Roman Catholic shrine in Motherwell. So a millennial saint.
I just don't like that.
Why not? Why?
I don't like millennials and I don't like saints.
Fair enough.
Said it.
That's
wow.
Threw it out there, man.
Yeah. Well, it
the
was
beanie?
great while it
He's
lasted.
owning it.
Thanks for joining us, Josh. Now that the Roman Catholic Church has pulled the plug, welcome to the program. Yeah, that was that's a fascinating story. It's interesting though, right? Because you have to be two different miracles have to be attributed to you, and I don't know. It's so strange because I'm not Catholic. I have been asked to pray for people who have had healings. So after my death, and I'm not being facetious, I'm just asking, after my death, would that be considered a possibility? Because my body is not going to dissolve, because that's another part of it. After you die, you've got to remain in pretty good condition.
Oh, right.
And I'm so packed with additives and preservatives.
Right.
That
It's gonna happen, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That Keith Richards is going to use me as a surfboard during the Armageddon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how well I'm going to be preserved. So I wonder, are any of you Catholics? Could any of you throw me in for canonization afterwards because I'm a Lutheran?
Greg could.
Sure.
Insight.
Yeah. And it's a popularity contest, man. It's just like voting for anything.
We got this nailed. Yeah. St. David. Woo woo. How
There's
about
not already one of those? I don't know.
How about that? Chachi, you
Yeah.
don't like the millennials. Would you go for a boomer saint?
What year's the boomers?
You're still Gen X,
Or
bro.
the 50s,
Am I
60s?
Gen X? I'm 67. People always kind of throw me in that boomer category.
Yeah, you're not a
No,
boomer.
You're Gen X. You're Gen X.
Gen X.
I don't
I like
think
that.
you're
Sir,
67.
wait, no. You're not 67.
No.
I was
You're
born in
born in
67. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're not
No.
67.
No, I'm only 43.
I don't know if that's true either.
Looking
How dare
good.
your poor mouth.
Looking
Shut
good,
up.
buddy.
Good, man. Looking good.
Looking good, my friend, man.
Thank you, buddies. I
You hang
appreciate
in
it. I
there.
did not look so good last week at Mansfield Reformatory.
Ah.
Why?
I've seen so many pictures that people took of me, and
Oh,
it's like
no.
those old Wild West photos when you used to pose with your dead relatives and they just like lean me up against the wall. I have that glazed over, pale
Yeah.
look, and it's just like people just stood next to me and took photographs. I don't even remember half of them being taken.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you'd think at some point my dear friend Sweetie
Shut
would go,
up.
honey, lay in a cell. Let me go get you
Oh,
a
I
Stanley."
believe I told you many times we should take you back to the hotel so you can go lay down and rest and maybe have a protein shake or something, or maybe some water.
Listen,
and you
pervert,
gave me
I'm
this
married, okay?
glare.
Yeah.
And then the colonel was like, "Hey, how's he looking today?" And I was like, "Rough."
You're rough. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of
Nope.
weekend at Traders. Is that what
Yes, it was
I
100% that.
I was so pale. Yeah. I should have just put on the sunglasses and had the
Yeah.
little smirk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That would be the
Put him in the back seat.
All right. A Pennsylvania woman has been hoodwinked. Hoodwinked,
more?
I tells you.
by a tarot reader?
Yeah, by a tarot reader in a
got-
bizarre
I read about
fraud
that.
case.
I got
In a tale straight from the pages of a supernatural thriller, authorities in Pennsylvania are investigating a bizarre case of alleged fraud involving a tarot card reader and some sinister spell casting threats. The saga began when a woman reported to the Wilkes-Barre City Police Department that she had been scammed by a fortune teller who threatened to cast a spell on her family unless she paid up. The strange case came to light on Wednesday morning via a Facebook post from the Wilkes-Barre City Police Department. The unnamed woman explained that she had been engaging in tarot card readings with individuals in Colombia.
Colombia.
What started as a quest for spiritual guidance quickly turned into a nightmare. According to the police, the victim stated that one of the tarot readers demanded she send money via Western Union or face the wrath of a family curse. Terrified by the threat, the woman complied. Let's have a drink on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, the woman complied and handed over the cash, hoping to avoid the ominous spell. The incident. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, God.
Get some more ice.
You want me to finish this?
Yeah, you got that last couple paragraphs, Chach? Go for it.
The incident, classified as theft by deception, highlights the woman's genuine fear and belief in the tarot reader's dark promises. Despite the outlandish nature of the crime, the Wilkes-Barre, not Barry, police are seeking it seriously and have launched an investigation. However, one can't help but wonder how the local police will bring the elusive tarot reader to justice, given they are reportedly located, you know where? Colombia. The cross-border nature of this mystical misdeed adds a
The
layer-
what?
Mystical misdeed.
Oh, the what?
No, he said good.
The cross-dressing crawdad.
So is it me or him?
I can't tell.
Hands raised me. Hands raised him. Yep, it's you. The cross-border nature of this mystical misdeed adds a layer of complexity to the already peculiar case. As the investigation unfolded, it serves as a reminder to be wary of who we are trusting, especially when dealing with the supernatural. In the meantime, Wilkes-Barre residents might want to.
Huh? What's that?
The way Dave sent it to me, it was repeated a few times.
Okay.
Oh, now he's playing in the copy. Okay.
You practice.
See, it looks perfect. I can't.
It serves as a reminder to be wary of who we trust, especially when dealing with the supernatural. In the meantime,
or reading the supernatural news.
Wilkes-Barre residents might want to think twice before seeking advice from distant tarot readers with potentially nefarious intentions.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Welcome back, Chachi.
Wow.
That is amazing.
I've missed somebody that can almost read.
Yeah.
It's great to have you here.
I want one a week. That's my goal. One a week.
One a week. That's not bad.
What are you drinking now, sweetie?
Gatorade. I'm taking care of my body, unlike some people in this freaking square.
It's all about hydration, man. It's all about hydration.
I'm taking care of it.
Good, great
attitude, man.
Well, that's it. 250 episodes in. I think, Sweet Tea, didn't you start right around the 200th episode?
Yeah, like a month before that, maybe.
Yeah.
247.
So pretty cool. The big question coming in right now. Will Chachi be back next
That's
week?
Council Bonsai. That's very good.
Oh no!
Bonsai, that's gonna cost you another $250.
Wow.
To get him to not come back, you're gonna have to kick in at least another
Let me
$250.
check real fast where we're at on that, okay?
Right in the
Meanwhile,
chat.
Sandra Kincaid is calling shenanigans on the Gatorade
Listen,
comment.
99.10. If we can get 90 more American euros, I'll come back next
I don't think that's a thing.
I'm pretty sure it is there.
American bot.
Wouldn't it be 90 more euros, not 10? You are the worst banker I've ever met.
Have you guys ever seen how much money banks make? There's a reason.
Yeah.
We should open a bank, you guys. Let's open a bank.
Let's do it.
Listen, all we
got
need,
my vote.
I'm needed. See, you're right, Prickly, whatever your name was.
You're needed. You're
I'm needed back
in rehab.
You're
What
needed.
I said.
I help the others to maintain their rehabilitation.
It's not that they want you back;
guys
it's they
help the-
need you back.
So here's the question, gentlemen and lady.
Yeah.
When Dave was telling the story,
Lady.
I had tear in my eye
Mm-hmm.
because it's serious. We joke and we have fun, but this is terrible what's happening to this family. So I went in and donated. We are $90 away. There are 3 of you and Dave Schrader. Can we get over the top?
100%. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Grab your phones.
I think what he's saying is, can you guys
That's
on
what
the
I'm talking
screen
about.
make it happen right
No,
now?
and I'm
You can
saying
look on
that's
the
what I thought he
GoFundMe
said.
and you can see.
Yes.
You can see. I already went ahead and donated.
Mm-hmm.
I need the 3 of you to do the same.
Right now.
Figure out the math. Put us over 10 before the show ends.
It's $90. That's just $82 each. If you put in $82
I don't
each.
think that math is right.
Yeah. Yeah. Mandy Hatch believes in you.
Nobody's grabbing their phone.
Mandy Hatch says we can.
He's right
totally
freaking
do it.
here, dude. Jesus.
Sweet lemonade. Let's do this.
Yeah, oh, Nancy Hayes says I should check Venmo. Hold on. Check
Uh-oh. Nancy, you always Venmo us.
Dun, 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 dun,
Can't do that. We're going to get kicked off. No.
Oh, am I? Let's
Mhm.
see.
One more bar.
Nancy's made a $10. Crystal made a $10. Let me see here. This is too much pressure. There are donations being made. Let me see if I can. I don't know how to work this thing.
Wait a minute.
I have $45 that have been donated during the show to Venmo.
Oh, we're almost there. 45 more. Come on.
45 more.
5 more.
Pretty remarkable.
This is just like
Adriano
Jerry's
says,
show.
stay on until we hit that goal.
Why?
Heidi
I think
Severson
that's
says,
fair.
check Venmo. I'm checking.
Dave, you're
I'm
the
up
new
with-
Jerry Lewis. I think you need to
That's
just keep
not
this
nice.
thing going.
Oh, pretty lady. Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
So this weekend, Dave,
Mm-hmm.
I spent it with one of your closest friends.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Richard Eastep,
And
Jeff Belanger.
yes. And I didn't realize what good gentlemen both of them were.
They are great people.
Upstanding individuals.
Yes.
Gave great insight to the paranormal field, great insight into how to investigate, and great insight into how they write the incredible books that the two of them write. And I'm not joking here. I joke at times. Now's not the time to joke.
When?
No. Listen to me.
I am.
If anybody, if you don't mind me, Dave, I'm just trying to fill some time here.
We didn't. It's so hard to tell because you're flowing like the River Jordan.
Like fine wine, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Estep writes a book every 37 minutes.
Holy cow! Speaking of,
did we hit it?
Underground Attic Studio just donated $100
Nice
to shut Chachi.
I hope it does. It's worth every minute. That is fantastic. Thank you.
Chachi up. We have 145 in Venmo now, capped with all of the other great donations that have been made tonight. Wow.
Wait a minute. We may have more money. Look at what Bonsai just said.
What? Oh, no, hold on. Where am I?
Most recent one, 10:38 p.m.
I'm trying to get there. Hold on.
Get there. If you
There's
gave
so
me
many things I have to move
Such
through.
a show killer.
Come on. Where is it? 10:38 p.m.
How much to not have him on next week?
$10,000.
You can't afford it.
$10,000.
Yeah.
$10,000 for that family, and I won't come back.
So
we're at 9960 right now.
Man,
what are we at?
9960.
9960. Is that including the 145 that we have?
I don't know.
No, it's not.
So we are over the 10,000.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
Yay.
Keep going, everybody. Keep going.
That's awesome. Yeah, let's keep it moving. I want to thank the team for being here, for my good friends, the people I love so much, even though you're far away from me. Know that I love you, I adore you, and I'm so thankful you're all part of the show. And I hope that we'll get to see you guys a little bit more often. I know the road is long and has its branches, and from time to time we must go down those branches to rehab or Hawaii or to teach at a school or to roll hobos for quarters, whatever. Yeah, that's how it works. Just thank you guys. Honestly, 250 episodes. This has been a fun change. Thank you guys for being here with me and being a part of this.
Thanks.
It's been a blast.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah. We will be back next week. We've got more to share with you. We've got news next week. Chachi won't come back.
I'm doing Bonsai's work.
We got that.
He's
got
got
that donation.
Excellent.
I think.
What's going on?
If Bonsai gets 10 grand, I won't be back. If he doesn't, I'll be back next week.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week, Chachi. I look forward to it, as does the rest of the team that I'm sure you know. I'm Dave Schrader for the Paranormal Detective, the Colonel, Chachi, and Sweet Tea. Thank you for tuning in and spending the time with us here on the Paranormal 60 News.
Wednesday night and I'm alone. The paranormal 60's on. It's just for paranormal freaks like me, with poltergeist and ghosts and blues and UAPs. You miss a word, you do a shot. It starts to snowball and we laugh a lot. It's just like drinking with your TV friends. I'll be passed out before tonight's show ends. Dreaming the aliens are taking me away. I'll go wake up for sometime late on Saturday. It's Wednesday night and I'm alone. The paranormal 60's on. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. Sweet tea, Chachi and the Colonel and the paranormal detective. All we traders copy and they all will be corrected. He's got protective bracelets and some crazy magic tricks. Even Scully cannot save him from the voice of Stevie Nicks. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. alone. The paranormal 16's on. Now one day Dave might even put me on a show. There's a ghost in my mom's basement, man, I live down there, I know. It's Wednesday night, don't be alone. The paranormal